Janavallabha Givaradari
Janavallabha Givaradari
Yashodanandana Brajjana Ranjana
Yashodanandana Brajjana Ranjana
Yamunatira Vanachari
Yamunatira Vanachari
Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
Kunja Bihari
Gopi Janavallabha Givaradari
Gopi Janavallabha Givaradari
Yashodanandana Brajjana Ranjana
Yashodanandana Brajjana Ranjana
Yamunatira Vanachari
Yamunatira Vanachari
Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
Jaya Kunja Bihari
Gopi Janavallabha Givaradari
Gopi Janavallabha Givaradari
Yashodanandana Brajjana Ranjana
Yashodanandana Brajjana Ranjana
Yamunatira Vanachari
Yamunatira Vanachari
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Jai Radha Vallabha Shri Radhe Jai Radha Jayo Jagannatha Jayo Baladeva Jayo Subhadra Mai Jayo
Jagannatha Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Jaya Subhadra
Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya
Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Jaya
Jaya
Prabhupada, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
निताय गौर सीतानाथ प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि
Hari
बोल।
Bol.
जय ओम विश्वपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्री श्रीमती श्रीमंजय सभा जनार्दन भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपादी की जय, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपादी की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, नाम आचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री गंगामय यमुनामयी की जय। श्रीमती देव तुलसीदेव महारानी की जय। हरे नाम संकीर्तन की जय। हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय। बृहत मृदंगा की जय। ट्रांसमेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय। ट्रांसमेंटल प्रसादन डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय। जय श्री 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 राधा राधा वल्लभा श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा गौरनीताय ललित विशाख राधा श्याम सुंदर कृष्ण बलराम भगवान की जय। All blessed devotees Hare Krishna. All blessed devotees Hare Krishna. All blessed devotees Hare Krishna. All blessed Shri Guru Nagaramba. All blessed Shri Prabhupada. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितमेन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनो भीष्मं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदामह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं नमः। ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपदस्वाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनित्यानन्दे नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादिपाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायिते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौरतीसे नमः। नमो ब्रह्मणे देवाय गौब्रह्मणे हिताय च जगदिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांतराधा कांतरमुस्ते कांत कांचन गौरवंदीश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणवभरिणी वाञ्छितकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यः पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नारायण नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयन्तीमुखं करुणाचरणं मुखं ग्रहीते गिरिमेत्युपातं ते श्रीगुरुदेवतारण परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीकीर्तिश्वरं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं श्रीकमलं श्रीगुरुवैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सात्विजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं श्रीगुरुं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनं सहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीरामकृष्णदासगणललितां श्रीविशाखांश्च। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Hare Krishna Prabhu Mataji, we heard last time, yeah, that Krishna rescued Kadiya because their wives prayed before. Yes?
Yes, yes,
Yes,
Prabhu.
Prabhuji.
But in the case of Kamsa, we see Kamsa's wives praying after Kamsa being killed.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Now, the question comes, why did Krishna, because Krishna says, Matah smriti jnanam apohanam cha. From me comes knowledge, remembrance and forgetfulness.
Yes.
Why did Krishna award that remembrance to Nagapatnis but not to the Kamsapatnis?
So the level of atrocities what Kamsa has done is more when compared to Kalinga.
Prabhu, but Kadiya killed cows. Lord Krishna
Yeah,
is
yeah.
Brahmana Hitaicha.
Yeah, that is also there. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So what could be the reason? The reason is very simple. Kadiya was a cursed being,
Oh, okay. Okay.
right? That's why he is sent to Fiji.
Mhm.
The present
Ah,
day
yeah.
Fiji is where he was asked to go,
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
Yes. Now, When it came to Kamsa, he was the Rakshasa Kalanemi, who was destined to die at the hands of Lord Krishna.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
That's the reason Krishna did what he did.
But one small thing, Prabhuji, here, when it comes to curse, you're talking about the curse. Even Kamsa also is Jaya Vijaya is being cursed, right?
No, Kamsa is not Jai Vijaya, Prabhu.
Is it Shishupala and
Shishupala and
Dantavakra?
Dantavakra.
Dantavakra, okay, fine.
That is
This
different.
is
Okay, that's good.
Kalanemi, who took the
Kalanemi.
form of Ugrasena.
Okay. Mhm.
Kalanemi is a Rakshasa who took the form of Ugrasena, right?
Mhm.
And
Yep.
therefore this person was born.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu?
Yeah, it is Dantavakra and Shishupala. Yeah, that's
Dantavakra and Shishupala are the two people.
yeah,
Right?
that's
So he
yes,
was a Kalanemi Amsha, Kamsa.
Mhm.
And he was destined to die at the hands of Lord Krishna. Yes, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Okay. Now, after Krishna, rescues, we have seen how Lord Krishna rescued Sandipani Muni's son. At the Prabhasa Kshetra, he went to the, see God spoke, then went to Yamadharmaraja and did all that. Right?
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
we move on to the 46th chapter, which is Uddhava visiting Vrindavana. So, sorry, Mataji.
No. It's done, Prabhuji. That Krishna rescues his teacher's son. Yeah, that's done. Yeah.
That's done, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So Sri Krishna, Lord Krishna decided to send Uddhava to Vrajadhama. Why? He wanted Nanda Maharaja, Yashodadevi and the young gopis to have a confidence building measure.
Mhm.
Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
So he asked Uddhava, to carry the news about him to Vraja. Right? So that they don't feel the separation. So Uddhava reached Vrajadhama by sunset. He saw the cows returning home, the cowherd village, and the calves jumping here and there, and their mothers following slowly, right, with heavy milk bags. The most important thing is heavy milk bags. While they were walking slowly, even though it was getting dark, right, in those days these were all forests, right? Getting dark means there would be very, very wild animals and everything.
Yeah.
But look at what the cowherdmen and women were doing. They were chanting the glories of Krishna and Balarama. And they even had incense and decorated rows of lamps. Actually, they had a Deepavali. Right?
Yes.
When Nanda Maharaja warmly welcomed Uddhava, right? And he worshipped him as though he was worshipping Lord Krishna.
Mhm.
Right?
Yep.
And then, after feeding him well, asking him to sit on a bed, he asks about first Vasudeva and his sons Krishna and Balarama. Look at the way Nanda Maharaja had decided to convey, saying that I understand my role is over here. Look at his question. Does Krishna still remember his friends? The village of Gokula and Govardhana Hill.
Mhm.
He protected us, not me, from a forest fire, wind and rain, and many other disasters. So, remembering his pastimes again and again, we are completely transcendental.
Mhm.
But there are various places that in this Vrajadhama that are marked by his lotus feet, and we are always absorbed in his thought. Gargamuni told me at the beginning, right? Because Gargamuni is the actual guru, right? So he told me saying that they descended from the spiritual world. I can now realize how they killed Kamsa, the elephant Kovalaya Pida, and the wrestlers, and many other demons. But although he was talking in third person and everything, Nanda Maharaja was still feeling the pinch of separation from Krishna. His voice choked, right? When Mother Yashoda heard, what happened? Her breast started leaking. Look at it. By this time, Krishna had gone. Yes?
Yep.
Not just tears. Milk from the breast. By that time, Krishna has grown up from, feeding on a breast. Yes?
Yes.
But still, look at Mother Yashoda's love. No wonder that Satavratamani sings in Damodarashtakam. Idante mukhambojam atyanta nile vrutam kuntalai snigdha raktaischa gopya muhuschumbitam bimba raktadharammi. Her motherly affection was so much that the blood was coming out of her lips when she was kissing and anointed his cheeks like it was some sort of a lipstick. This also is a symbol of Mother Yashoda's pure love for Krishna. Obviously, in those days, you should understand, they would not have all the protection mechanisms we have now, right? Uddhava could see this. The ladies wouldn't have the same protection mechanism nowadays ladies have, right? Uddhava could practically see all of this. Then, look at it. Uddhava is not speaking to only Nanda Maharaja. He is speaking to both Nanda Maharaja and Yashoda Devi. You two are indeed most glorious. Look at the statement. Yes? Because you have attained a pure love of Lord Krishna. Because you have seen none other than the Supreme Absolute Truth in this human-like form, and there is nothing for you to achieve in your life. Krishna and Balarama reside in everyone's heart like fire is part of wood. So, they all equally see all friends and enemies, and everything. There is nobody who is a father, mother. In that sense, what he is saying is, look, they are also within your hearts. Yes? Because they are unborn, no father, mother, wife or children. And they never have, birth and everything. So they only enjoy spiritual happiness and they help deliver their saintly devotees. They come by their sweet will and glee. And, it doesn't matter whether it's a high birth or low birth, they take care of everybody. And then now, he is preparing Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj to the fact that they don't start considering him like their son. Say, don't think, he's merely your son. But he is their son, mother and father too. Now, he is getting the complete picture of the Vatsalya Rasa. In Vatsalya Rasa, the parental affection is there, right? While Nanda Maharaja and Yashoda Devi had the parental affection towards Lord Krishna, what he is showing is, look, the devotees have parental affection towards Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna has parental affection towards the devotees. Right? Both ways the exchange happens. This is the Brahman platform. There is no single rule. It's the bhava. It's the sambandha. Yes? That's what he is saying. So that relationship with him is something that cannot be described in material terms. Because everything is dependent on him and yet he is independent. And also everything works independently, even though dependent on him. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah. So, talking like that, the whole night went. Then the cowherd women, after performing their deity worship at home and after churning butter, they started singing the glories of Krishna. For churning the butter. So these demonstrated to Uddhava how pure they were, because any inauspiciousness that was there because of all the fights and killing was eradicated. When the sun started and Uddhava's chariot came towards the cowherd village, they thought that Akrura might have returned. But when they saw Uddhava finish his morning duties, and he went in front of them. When he went in front of them, what happened? That's the thing. When Uddhava went in front of them, Bhramara Geetam happened.
Okay.
See, there is the Bhramar Ghat, right? Yes? That's where gopis. When they saw Uddhava, who also wore yellow garment and attractive earrings, they were astonished to see how much he resembled Lord Krishna. But they were sure it was not Lord Krishna. They approached him, looked at him. Then they realized it must be Krishna who sent him. So they brought him to a very, very secluded place, and then they began to remember Krishna's pastimes that they enjoyed with Krishna. And they started crying. Then the one gopi, while deeply meditating her association with Lord Krishna, noticed a Brahmara. So Uddhava came as a messenger. She took that Brahmara, or the bumblebee, to be a messenger. So she sings. Just like you wander among various flowers, Krishna has abandoned us, and he has now developed affection for other women. Saying that, how misfortunate we are, and others' good fortune is. But through all this, she was glorifying Lord Krishna's Nama Rupa Guna Leela. And then she says, he might abandon us, but his thoughts cannot abandon us. That's Viraha. Yes?
That's good.
Yes. Uddhava then tried to console them and explain. Ordinary people, they have to do their pious jobs and everything to qualify as Lord Krishna's servants. But you are very simple, but you have great fortune that the Lord has favored you. Right? Because you have pure devotion. And then he started quoting the Lord's message. The Lord told him, I am the supreme soul and the supreme shelter of all. I create, maintain and destroy the entire existence. I am dear to you guys, but only to increase your attraction towards me and to grow your memory of me, I have left you. Right? When a woman's beloved is far away, she will constantly think of me. So by remembering me like that, you will regain my association without delay. Then look at the Gopi's question. Kamsa is dead, is Krishna happy? Okay, he can enjoy the company of his family members and women of Madhura, right? But does he still remember what he enjoyed with us? Yes? Will he again come back to us and give us the same happiness? Right? Because without the rains, the forest cannot develop. Without Krishna, our attraction cannot be satisfied. While Krishna said that this renunciation gives us attraction, we cannot stop. Because everywhere we see his lotus feet are there. Therefore we are reminded of him. Everything about him, his name, form, pastimes, and even his wonderful smile and the lovely speech. So therefore our hearts getting captivated, we cannot do anything. Then they loudly chanted Lord Krishna's name, saying that, oh Govinda, come over and destroy our suffering. Then Uddhava continues, and he pacifies them to an extent, right? And they worshipped him as though he was not different from Krishna. So the gopis, just seeing a messenger of Lord Krishna, they were thinking they were worshipping Lord Krishna. So Uddhava stayed there, not for some time but several months, because he was looking similar to Krishna, so they were very satisfied. So Sri Uddhava declares, they have perfected their lives, these gopis, right? Because they have avyabhicharini bhakti. Even Lord Brahma's bhakti is inferior. Even though Mother Lakshmi resides on the chest of Lord Krishna, she could not get the same mercy as the gopis got in the rasa dance. When Lord Krishna hugged them, when he says, then what to speak of other women, right? When Krishna is meeting with such devotees. So I would consider myself most fortunate to take birth as a bush or a creeper that sometimes touches the dust of the gopis' lotus feet. That was Uddhava's realization. He wanted the dust of the lotus feet of the gopis. Right? So Uddhava went, informed Nanda Maharaja, and then took their permission, went back to Mathura, and when he was going back to Mathura, Nanda Maharaja gave many gifts, right? And he said, look, you pray for us that we always remember Krishna and never forget him. So Uddhava returned to Mathura, met with Lord Balarama, Krishna and Ugrasena, and whatever Nanda Maharaja sent gifts, he gave them and described everything that happened in the Vraja Dhama. After that, you see the next chapter, Krishna pleases his devotees. Right?
Yeah.
How did he please? How did he please? Kubja, remember we discussed last time?
Yeah. Control.
The Trivakra, right?
Yeah.
Because she asked, he goes to her. After Uddhava gave the news, he went to the home of Trivakra, and where she decorated everything in such a way that they both can enjoy physiologically. Yeah, and she welcomed Krishna, offered everything. Yes. And she also offered Uddhava a seat, right? So Uddhava said, no, I can't sit in front of Lord Krishna, so he sat on the floor. Yeah?
Yeah.
Right. So, when Lord Krishna was lying down, Trivakra elaborately was washed and decorated by her maidservant. Huh? Then she came and they both enjoyed in various ways. Then Trivakra said, it cannot be just lust, I want to have true love, so you please stay with me. The Lord said, yes, of course, in due course I'll come back. And he returned with Uddhava to his residence, right? Apart from giving that sandal paste and everything, Trivakra did not perform any other pious activities. But just because she gave the sandal paste to Lord Krishna, she got the rare personal association of Lord Krishna. Because she offered without any. When did she offer? When Lord Krishna entered Mathura. Yes?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
That's the only pious activity she has done, and despite that. So then he went to Akruraji's house with Lord Baladeva and Lord Uddhava. So Akruraji honored them, they gave them the places. Then he worshipped Balarama Deva and Krishna Deva and he washed their feet, etc. And he also offered them many prayers. Lord Krishna was very pleased. He told him that Akrura being his paternal uncle, it should be them who should receive his protection and mercy. Then Akruraji was bringing them to Mathura Lord Krishna showed him who he was really. Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
Now he says, you should protect us and we should respect you. Then he praised Akruraji as a saint. Yes? And because he can purify even the sinful, and he asked him to visit Hastinapura to find out how the Pandavas who lost their father were faring. And he returned home taking Balarama and Uddhava. That's where Sri Akrura went to Hastinapura. So he goes there and returns to Mathura. This is the crux of the chapter. So for several months he was there. And Vidura and Kunti Devi described to Akrura in detail how Dhritarashtra's sons were envious of exalted qualities of the Pandavas. Had tried to destroy them by various evil means, including the Lakshagraha and everything, the house of Lak, right? And how further things are being planned. So Kunti Devi literally crying, right? Look, my parents and other relatives who, of Krishna, of whom Krishna and Balarama are ahead, are the heads. Do they ever think of me and my sons? Will ever Krishna come to console us in our distress? And then she too chanted Krishna's names for protection. And she also chanted the mantras expressing surrender to him. Then Akruraji assures Kunti Devi, saying that your sons were born of the Devatas. There is no need to expect anything less than good fortune. Yes, you please be confident. They will very soon receive the greatest possible good fortune. Then Akrura went to Dhritarashtra and conveyed the message from Lord Krishna and Balarama. He said, because Pandu Maharaja died, you got onto the throne. Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
You should protect all your subjects and also personal relations. So now Krishna has hinted, saying that you need to protect Pandavas too. Right? If you behave fairly, then you will get all fame and good fortune. If not, what happens? You will suffer. You will surely go to hell. Therein, Lord Krishna is clearly sending a message early to Dhritarashtra. Yes, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
Saying that what is likely to happen if he doesn't behave.
Yeah, you will send to hell. Yeah.
The most important three phases, right, are one should therefore learn to understand the unsteadiness of material existence, which is like sleeper's dream, the swapna, a magician's illusion, sushupta, and therefore control his mind in order to remain peaceful and equipoised. Come to swapna, sushupta to which one? Jagrutavastha.
Jagrut.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the message Lord Krishna is giving. And look at the reply of Dhritarashtra to that. I can't hear enough of your words, O Akrura. They're very sweet. But I have so much affection for my sons. Yeah? I'm a bit biased. I can't understand you completely. Well, Krishna, if he is the Supreme Lord, he has descended in the Yadu dynasty. What has to happen will happen. I'll do what I'll do. Prabhu, Mataji,
Yes. Yes,
see
Prabhu.
the words that Dhritarashtra is speaking? Therefore, Akrura said, all right, Dhritarashtra is not going to change in any way. He went back after taking permission from Vidura, Kunti Devi and all others, returned to Mathura, where he told Lord Krishna and Lord Balarama everything that had happened, whatever Dhritarashtra said. And this is where Dhritarashtra's name, what does the word Rashtra mean?
Kingdom.
kingdom or state.
Yeah.
Dhrutha, someone who is very, very fixed on that place. Yes?
Yeah.
So, Dhritarashtra was completely engrossed in holding on to the throne and the kingdom. He couldn't care less about anything. Yes?
Yeah.
Now, before we move further, please look at chapters 50, 51 and 52. Please read their titles.
The deliverance of Muchukunda.
No, Prabhu. 50. 50 is Krishna establishes the city of Dwaraka.
Yep.
The deliverance of Muchukunda
Yep.
and Rukmini Devi's message to Lord Krishna.
Yes.
Now, let's logically look at it. Right? When did the deliverance of Muchukunda happen? When Lord Krishna ran away from the battlefield. And also Krishna had established the city of Dwaraka because Jarasandha was attacking Mathura, Dhama.
Yep.
Yes?
Yep. Yes.
Now both are running away. Correct? And by then everybody started calling him Ranchod Sri. But look at that. Rukmini Devi sent a message to Lord Krishna. One who knew how to draw the picture of Lord Krishna or get it drawn, couldn't she know what people were calling him? Yes. But still she sent a message to Lord Krishna. Why? Being Mother Lakshmi herself, she understands the mood of Lord Krishna and she sends the message, yeah, as to when exactly that message needs to be sent. Yes? Yes. So today we will discuss, if possible, Krishna establishing the city of Dwaraka and deliverance of Muchukunda if also possible. Otherwise then we will move on to Rukmini Devi's message to Lord Krishna definitely tomorrow. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So let us see. The establishing the city of Dwaraka, what we need to understand, Lord Krishna defeated Jarasandha 17 times. Why did it happen? The queens of Kamsa, they earlier cried, right? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
But they are daughters of Jarasandha. So they went there and described how Krishna had made them widows. After hearing this, Jarasandha got very, very angry. So he decided he will get rid of Yadavas completely. Yes? So he went, attacked Madhura Dhama. So Lord Krishna kept destroying Jarasandha's army, which is becoming a burden to the earth. So when Lord Krishna appeared there, right, Lord Krishna addressed Baladeva, right, saying that look, he is attacking Madhurapuri, so you two mount the chariot and let us go and destroy the enemy's army. Right? So they went forth from the city and, he sounded his conch shell and that struck fear. So it was not just in Kurukshetra. Whenever Lord Krishna blew his conch shell, it generated fear in the hearts of the opponents. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
So when Pandavas blew their conch shells in Kurukshetra, the real reason for the fear in the hearts of the Kauravas is Lord Krishna's Panchajanya. Hare Krishna?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear?
Yes.
Right. So Jarasandha, sort of encircled Krishna and Balarama, right? And all the people of Mathura were seeing that. They thought, oh, what happened to the two boys? All Krishna did was twang his bowstring. And that's it. The arrows hit the enemy soldiers and entire Jarasandha's army was completely destroyed. Then Lord Balarama arrested Jarasandha and was about to tie him up when Lord Krishna asked him to release. And he said, look, he'll assemble another army and come back, right? So that, we can kill all those people too. The earth's burden will be reduced, right? So Jarasandha went back, again performed austerities, and then again, he said it, because others said it's only because of your karma. So then King Jarasandha, he said, oh God, what do I do? And Krishna went to Mathura, and they were all happy, and they were celebrating, right? And he brought all the jewelry and ornaments of the warriors, that were picked up from the battlefield, and presented them to Maharaja Ugrasena. In those days, from the bodies of the people, all costly ornaments used to be got. Alright? So now Jarasandha, first time defeat was not enough. He went back 17 times, and each time his army was totally destroyed. Right? When Jarasandha was trying to attack the 18th time, Kala Yavana, right, was sent by Narada Muni to fight the Yadavas. Why did Narada Muni send him to fight with the Yadavas? Kala Yavana is a demoniac natured guy, yes, who was always trying to present himself as the supreme. Because Krishna will protect his devotees, Narada Muni sent him. Yes? So when this fellow attacked Yadava capital, Lord Krishna just looked at it and said, okay, Jarasandha is going to come. There is a serious danger that simultaneous attack of these two enemies, okay, could weaken the Yadavas. So therefore, he called upon the Vishwarupa and got a wonderful city constructed within the sea as a safe haven for the Yadavas. So that, right? And then he took them all there, right? So all the Yadava people of all social orders were there, right? And there was no problem there, everything was peaceful. And what happened? When everything was peaceful, all the devatas came to offer tribute to Lord Krishna. Right? This is the time we hear the Brahma story, right? When Lord Brahma came, he asked which Brahma?
Yes, Prabhu.
All of you remember that, Prabhu? Mataji?
Yeah, Chaturmukha
Brahma,
Brahma.
Dashamukha Brahma, Shatamukha Brahma, Sahasramukha Brahma, like that. That's when it happened. So once he found that all the Yadavas were safely settled, right? He spoke to Lord Baladeva and returned back to Mathura unarmed. He returned back to Mathura unarmed. Why did he come back to Mathura unarmed? That's the importance of deliverance of Muchukunda. Let us see how big a chapter whether we will be able to cover this. Yeah, we should be able to cover this in 4 minutes. Muchukunda was a great sage, right? Krishna wanted to kill Kalayavana, but he didn't want that dust to be on his hands, right? So what did he do? After leaving the family members safely in Dwaraka, Lord Krishna went out of Mathura, and there, when he saw that Kalayavana saw Krishna's effulgence, and said, oh, this is how Narada Muni described Krishna would be, right? So this Yavana said, okay, this is God. So, because he doesn't have any weapons, let me kill this guy by running after him. So he put his weapons aside and started running after him. Right? But Lord Krishna, what did he do? He ran. Kalayavana was thinking, I'm just about to catch, Krishna slips. Tad dhavato anyanatyeti. Remember we discussed that in the Upanishad. Tad dhavataha anyanatyeti. The fourth shloka of Upanishad.
Yes.
Even the devatas cannot catch him. Aneja dekam manaso javiyo Naina deva apnuvan purvamarshad Tadhavato anyanatyeti Tishtat tasmin matarishva dadati. Did you find the shloka, Prabhu and Mataji? Upanishad, verse 4.
He shifted than the mind while being lived in the movement.
Yes.
He shifted than the mind.
The mind. Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. So, who can catch Krishna? Lord Krishna ran into a cave which he found. Right? Kalayavana also ran after him, calling him all sorts of insults. Right?
Yeah.
Because when Krishna entered the cave, Kalayavana followed and he saw a man lying on the ground. He thought this is Krishna hiding. Right? So Kalayavana kicked him. This sage Muchukunda was sleeping for a very long time and he had a boon saying that if he is violently awakened and if he looked angrily in all directions, then anybody who is in his line of sight would be burned to death. When this sage Muchukunda got up, he saw Kalayavana, and because he was seeing angrily, bang, a fire caught and Kalayavana died. Yes?
Yeah. Yes.
So, his father's name is Mandhata, right, who was a devoted Brahminical cultured person, and so he was also in a very Brahminical cultured way and always true to his vow. Right? He used to protect the demigods for many years from the demons, and when the demigods had finally got Sri Kartikeya as their protector, they allowed Muchukunda to retire and, offering him whatever boon or liberation he wants. But they said liberation is only Lord Vishnu who can give it. Then Muchukunda said, I have lost so much sleep for so long, give me some sleep. And then he has been lying. But he also said, the Devatas told him, if somebody wakes you up violently and if you see angrily, they will be burned. That's what Kalayavana had done, right? Then Lord Krishna appeared in front of Muchukunda, who was astonished by the wonderful beauty of Lord Krishna, right? And asked Lord Krishna who he was and also explained to the Lord about himself. Because I got bewildered by the amount of time left, to stay awake, that I didn't want to do. I wanted to be happily sleeping because I've stayed awake for too long helping the Devatas. But now getting up is the great fortune of my life because I could see your beautiful form. Then Lord Krishna told Muchukunda saying that, look, I'm offering you a boon. Yes? When Muchukunda heard this, he said, look, material value is useless. I want to take shelter of your lotus feet. Yes? That's what Muchukunda asked. Hearing this request, Lord Krishna was very pleased and said, one who is my devotee never asks for material benediction. Right? Only non-devotees like yogis and speculative philosophers, they ask for these material benedictions because they have mundane desires in their hearts. And he says, you will have perpetual devotion for me. Now always remembering surrender to me, go perform penances to eradicate the sinful reactions incurred from killing you had to do in your role as a warrior. In your next life, you'll become a first class Brahmana and attain me. That's the blessing that Lord Krishna offered to Sri Muchukunda. Because in his previous life he was a king and he killed so many people. Because he was, helping the devatas or demigods. Yes?
Yeah.
So the most important aspect from today is this. Krishna looks at what is beneficial for his devotees, doesn't care what people think of him. Even if the people think ill of him or great of him, he doesn't care. Because he only grasps the bhava. He doesn't take the actual words. Yes?
Yes.
Now when the bhava is that he is worthless, how does he receive it? What is it?
Can you repeat the question, Prabhuji?
See, when he,
Mhm.
got this benediction,
Yes.
yes, before that he asked for sleep.
Yes.
But Krishna is saying, you will attain me.
Yeah.
So what is the thing? What is the difference?
Because sleep, he was in more of a material resting, Prabhuji.
Sleep is ignorance, Prabhu.
Okay. Yeah.
Tama.
Yeah.
Attaining Lord Krishna is full knowledge.
This. Yeah.
Yes. Knowledge and bliss. Satchit Ananda.
Yeah.
See, you asked for Ajnana. I am giving you Satchit Ananda.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
See the vast difference?
Yeah.
That's the most important thing in Muchukunda Leela. That's the essence of Muchukunda Leela. One might ask for a boon because of their material affliction. But
Yeah.
when one serves in the Lord's purpose in some way or the other, they get the relief from the material attachment.
Yeah.
So seeing Lord, one who asked the devatas for sleep, asked for what? I want to take shelter of your lotus feet. He didn't ask for anything else.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
So that's the importance. When Lord Krishna says, Aham ajnanatam tamaha nashayami atma bhavasto jnana deepena bhasvata. Right? So here he gave the jnana deepa, he lit the jnana deepa along with the sat and ananda. Yes, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu.
That's the point. So Muchukunda Leela is different from other Leelas because it's a transformation of a person who felt tired physically
Yeah.
to excited transcendentally. The unbelievable transformation just by the darshan of Lord Krishna.
Yeah.
The Tribhanga Sundar Shyamasundara Swarupa. Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
That tremendous transformation is what this Muchukunda Leela is teaching us. Yes?
Yeah. Yes, Prabhu.
And prior to this, our Akrurji going to Hastinapura tells us that despite having lot of knowledge, when someone has a material affliction, even a good advice given is not heard. Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
Krishna did not go to Dhritarashtra until the last part of a Shantiduta to advise him what is good or what is bad.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
But he sent Akrura. Yes?
Yeah.
But to Muchukunda,
Yeah.
he came directly. Because Muchukunda had helped the devatas served his devotees
Yes.
and rested. His material desire has been fulfilled. Now he deserves the spiritual opportunity because Muchukunda fought on behalf of the devatas or demigods. Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
Even though his desire was only to protect, to fight on behalf of the devatas, it was just protecting dharma. For that reason, dharmo rakshati rakshitaha, dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. So sakshat Bhagavan has come and protected Muchukunda. Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
That's the important aspect. When Lord Krishna decides, he will award the doctorate to the uneducated. That's Krishna's will. So no rules apply. All rules apply. No rules apply, or yet all rules apply. For which we don't have a reply except saying, Krishna, we surrender it. Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
That's all it is. These chapters. Now, in this context, when we read Mother Rukmini's prayers tomorrow, we will realize how much Mother Rukmini understands the mood of the Lord. That's the reason today, instead of moving faster, I have gone a little slower and leisurely.
Yes.
The reason is, it's very, very important for us to understand these 3 chapters, to understand the mood of Mother Rukmini and the response of Lord Krishna.
Yes.
So tomorrow, we will look at that wonderful, kidnapping scene. Yes? Someone sends a letter saying that take me away, and he comes to kidnap. How is it kidnap? It's eloping, right? But it's called kidnap. Even these acharyas are dangerous. They want to blame Lord Krishna. So, how did the acharyas call eloping of Mother Rukmini kidnapped by Lord Krishna? Right? Nowadays, even if a girl elopes with the boy in India, they lodge a kidnapping case on the boy. The same thing the acharyas have done. We need to get clarity tomorrow.
Sarva karana karana.
Not Sarva Karana Karanam. They have a way to teach us why the kidnap is also a protection of a devotee.
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhu.
So we'll discuss that tomorrow. Yes?
Sure.
Okay. Srimad
Prabhu, if
Bhagavatam.
no one has questions from Bhagavatam, can I ask a question from Bhagavad Gita, Prabhu?
Why not, Prabhu?
Oh, okay.
First, let me glorify Srimad Bhagavatam and Srila Prabhupada,
Yeah.
Prabhu, then we will. Srimad
Yeah,
Bhagavatam
sure.
ki jai.
Yeah.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah.
Nita Gaura Sitaradhi Premanandi Hari Hari Bo.
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji, please ask your question.
Prabhu, last week I was going through the chapter 12, 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th. That
Yeah.
Krishna is explaining different steps, like, which is better like that. You can't do this, go to this like that. But in 12th, suddenly, the way that verse is like, I got a bit confused there, Prabhu.
Yeah. Prabhu, interestingly, this morning only we discussed that in Nectar of
Okay.
Devotion.
Oh,
Because Ramakrishna Prabhu had a doubt. Instead of directly going to Nectar of Devotion, we discussed his doubt and I had to explain to him. Okay? Maybe if you are okay, right? I will explain that in detail tomorrow, and Wednesday we will go to this, right? For now, I'll simply, because that needs a full 1 hour discussion, Prabhu. Okay? For now, I'll ask you to read the 10th chapter, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th verses.
Chatushloki, you're saying.
Chatushloki. And also 12th chapter, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay.
And try and identify the difference of what Krishna is saying between both of them.
Okay. Yeah. No.
Right?
Yes.
I know you are in the other group. Please don't listen to the recording. That's my
Oh,
request.
yes. Okay.
Please don't listen to the recording, Prabhu.
Yeah, sure,
Just
sure.
read through the, you don't have to read all purports. Just read through the translations of 10th chapter, read
Yeah.
through the translations of 8 to 12 of the 12th chapter and see what Krishna is saying in what context.
Okay, sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Bharat Prabhu and Sandhya Mataji, I request you to do the same. Tomorrow, for a change, we will discuss that, because when we understand the Mother Rukmini's kidnapping and everything, and also the Rasa dance, the enjoyment with the Kubja, and everything will come into picture in the right context.
Fine, Prabhuji.
It's Krishna's mercy that whatever question Ramakrishna Prabhu asked this morning, Ajay Prabhu asked in the afternoon.
It worked out.
It's sheer Lord Krishna's mercy.
Yeah.
Yeah, last week I was struggling to understand that concept. Suddenly, suddenly full reverse. I felt it like 12th is, what is this, like, and I have gone through so many things, but I couldn't understand.
Agree. Therefore, what we will do is, we will do it in a structured manner.
Yeah.
Okay? We will do it in a structured manner tomorrow, placing an Excel with the Chatushloki from the 10th chapter and the Panchashloki from the 12th chapter, and correlating them on what Lord Krishna is saying.
Yeah.
Fine, Prabhuji.
Yes? So that when we draw that comparative discussion, we will have a very, very perfect conclusion.
Sure.
I leave you with only one hint. In the first one, Lord Krishna, in the 10th chapter, Lord Krishna says what he will do. In the 12th chapter, Lord Krishna says what we should do.
We should do, yeah, that's right.
He will do versus we should do. If you try and read those verses from that perspective, 99% you will get the connectivity, you will explain it to me yourselves. But nevertheless, I eat your brains for a full hour.
Okay.
Naramamsa. Okay, Prabhu and Mataji.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.
Dandavat Pranam,
Thank you.
Prabhupada,
Hare Krishna.
Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai.